NBA basketball. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The backcourt guards are Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Bay. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. Jordan looking around. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. Knocks it loose. Here's the Magician. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And 3 from Jordan. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And wasn't really a long-distance shooter in college. Jordan really worked on his range ever since.
Hold on!
You got to buckle up on that one.
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I'd call that slam dunk contest level.
And now let's take one more look at that great Mobile One drive.
He's been a huge factor in this game, and drives like that show how valuable he is on the floor.
They double him with Jordan. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Good on the triple.
For Cade, consistently knocking down threes, it'll open up the rest of the court.
Outside Jordan. Over Ivy. It's Chicago with another bucket.
You see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
Pass to Ivy. Here's Stewart. He's guarded by Cartwright. The kick out to Cunningham. 4 on the shot clock. And the 7'1" Bill Cartwright extends for the rebound. Here's Jordan. Good, and Grant gets the assist. And it's 9 points for Jordan.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Cunningham passes to Ivy. Now Stewart. Shoots over Cartwright. Michael Jordan grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
A nice shot by the Magician.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Cunningham kicks to Bay. Detroit, no good that time either.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Here's Jordan. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Jordan's got 11 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
So for the Pistons, Duren, he's checked in for Stewart, and it's Berkson for Ivy.
Yes, sir.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Cunningham's shot is off.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm. Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
BJJ.
Cunningham passes to Bogdanovich. Works with it. He's picked up by Jordan. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Cunningham. Lays it up and banks it in. He has 5.
Quality pass from Sadiq Bey, recognizing the overcommitment and making the D pay for it.
Here's the Magician. Duran pulls it in. Pistons trail by 13. Cunningham drives in.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
What they've done is they've looked to push the pace in transition early, and it's paid dividends with their fast break points.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
And the Pistons making a change here. Bagley's checked in.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
That's the kind of toughness Bagley needs to show on every possession. Shake off the contact and finish through it.
Here's the Magician, and it's Chicago scoring again. 1:15 left in the first. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 14. The 3 from Bogdanovich. The shot, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And I like what the defense is thinking here, but Pippen gets physical inside and insists on getting to his shot.
Cunningham finds Bogdanovich. There's 49 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Detroit making a switch here. Noel's checked in. The first free throw is good.
So much of the offense revolves around Cade Cunningham. He can do it all.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Poke loose. Here's the Magician. Another 3 for Chicago.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
Cunningham dishes it to Bogdanovich. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's the Magician. Shot is good off the back rim and in. The Magician's got 12 points in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And there's the call on the Magician. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Both good from the line that time. 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That will count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. He put together quite a quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
They've got Cartwright. Michael Jordan is out there with the Magician. Then it's Pippen, and it's Grant in at the 4-man position. That's the group for the Chicago Bulls to start the second quarter. Here's Pippen. And you see a move like that, Scottie Pippen may be the prototypical NBA slasher.
That's a smooth, old-school move right there.
Pistons passing it around. 13 feet away. Jordan with the steal. Here's the magician. Oh! And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Ivy kicks to Bay. Passes it to Burks. Poked away. Stewart down low.
Yes, Sierra. NJJ.
Takes a three. The shot by Ivy, no good. The Bulls leading by 21. Here's the magician. Drills the three-pointer. The magician's got 17 now.
There it is. His first make from beyond the arc in the second quarter. His third of the game.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Duran, he's checked in for the Pistons. They need this. Rebound by the Bulls.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
And there's the call on the magician. That's his third foul of the game. On defense, the Bulls, they haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Pippen against Bay. And it's Pippen missing. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pass to Bay, launches it. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Sadiq Bey embraces playing up-tempo basketball, catching the rock and taking his shots.
Jordan against Burks. The turnaround. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. They get a hand on it. Pushing it up. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Here's Bay. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Pippen. Here's the magician. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. And now 24 points for the magician. The pass to Burks. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. passes to Burks. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
A nice shot by the Magician.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there time and time again.
Always going up for the alley-oop here, and Duran slams it in.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball executed. To perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Here's Pippen. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Pass to Stewart. Now, here's Ivy. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 3 on the clock. Duran the pass to Ivy. That 3 off the mark. Here's the Magician, guarded by Stewart. A nice shot by the Magician. The Magician's got 29.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
And there's the call on the Magician. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And a different look here for the Pistons. Nerlens Noel checks in for Duran. Marvin Bagley comes in for Isaiah Stewart. Bogdanovich, he's checked. .51 seconds left in the first half. To the wing right side. And here's Ivy. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Drills it from outside. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Chicago. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
His agility makes Pippen so dangerous inside. He can create contact while also being able to get the shot off.
The Bulls shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Pippen simply put one of the best small forwards of all time. A defensive powerhouse and a fearless scorer.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Cunningham looking it over. He dishes it to Bagley. And a missed layup.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Effort's been there. Check mark. The physicality. Check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Chicago came out looking very confident. They had the pieces in place for a nice stretch to open it up and went on a 7-0 run to start. They were hot as the first quarter came to a close, making all 5 of their last 5 shots of the period. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, your thoughts on how the Bulls are playing?
Credit these guys for coming in with the right game plan and then patiently executing. Most of their shots that come in the flow of the offense. Rarely did they take a bad shot. Good, clean first half.
Check. What'd you think about the Pistons?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from the Magician in this one.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. The backcourt guards are Cunningham and Ivy. Sadiq Bey is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Stewart in at the 5, roaming the paint. Ivy dishes to Bogdanovich. Pass to Bey. Back to Bogdanovich. Pass to Ivy. And that one drops for him.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovich willing to get it to his open guys.
In the corner, it's Jordan. This one for 3. 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And there's the call on the Magician. That's his 5th foul. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Cunningham kicks to Ivy. Stewart trying to get open.
Getting all over the shooter. Grant using that big frame and long arms to disrupt that one.
Buries it from three-point range. And now that's 35 points for the Magician.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Detroit shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's the Magician, and he finishes nicely on the layup. The Magician's got 8 points in the quarter.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
Ivy passes to Bey. 5 to shoot. Knocked loose. Here's the Magician. 37 points for him. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Bogdanovich against Pippen. From the free throw line.
Oh, yes.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
For three, another three for Chicago.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Outside Bogdanovich. And the pass to Ivy to stop the run. Got a piece of it. Jordan left side. And Jordan throws it down.
And there are nights it really doesn't matter what you do defensively. MJ is going to score, and this is looking like one of those nights.
And there's the call on the Magician. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game. Steve, you played all 4 years at Michigan State. When you think about the fun you had there, what was more enjoyable, playing college basketball or in the pros?
Kevin, I have to be honest, both was fantastic. When in college, those 4 years was something I'll never forget. But then obviously, ultimately, you want to make it to the NBA, and I got a chance to do that. So both were fantastic in my eyes.
Marvin Bagley's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 20-4 run right now. Paxson outside on another three for Chicago.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Bogdanovich passes to Bagley. Cunningham on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Cunningham's got 13.
Tonight is proving why Cunningham was the top pick in the draft. K can take over games.
Back to Jordan. There's the triple. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And is it any wonder they're ahead in this game? His perfect night from the field has been the catalyst.
Cunningham finds Burks. Bagley with the ball. Bogdanovich looking around. Fires from the wing. And Detroit again with the bucket.
No longer considered just a pure shooter, Bogdanovich has worked on becoming a complete offensive player.
Pippen with the bucket.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Cunningham dishes it to Bogdanovich. Has to Burks. Grant against Bagley. And Duren slams it in.
An unselfish guy who enjoys setting his guys up. Bagley has impressive vision for a big fella.
Pippen with the bucket.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Passes it to Burks. Kicks to Cunningham. The Pistons working the ball around now. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
The Pistons have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And at the line last season, solid numbers.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Detroit. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's Cunningham. That shot off the mark. Gets it off. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so